What up, guys? This is Jamel from Team GSG. Get some game over here with a deck profile for you guys. This is Musketeers, post Try3. So this is with all the updated stuff. This is my starter. I played a new one, Baby Blue Eyes Musketeer Maylin. Really, really good starter. The skill is Counterblast 1, put into the Counterblast a Musketeer in your damage zone and put it in the soul to look at top 4, call a Musketeer. And if there's a copy of that unit that you just called from Maylin's effect already on the field, the unit called from Maylin's effect gets +3. Really, really good card. Love the starter right now. I mean, you can always play the Rocket Lady Musketeer, but in my opinion, this is definitely the best one. Also, having a good 5K starter is pretty good. So, let's just start with triggers. Play 4 of the Gardenia Musketeer out lane. He's a really, really good crit trigger just for the Superior Call effect. Whenever his Superior called onto the field due to an effect of Musketeer, you want flip 2. So, really, really good. I play 2 of the Damn Daniels. I play 6 crit right now. I'm still playing around with the trigger lineup, but right now 6 is still pretty good. I see the crit triggers. I still see it pretty frequently in most games. I play 3 Roselle Musketeer Randys, draw triggers. I like to have hand, so definitely this card helps out a lot to help me keep my hand up for defensive plays, or just to have more units since I'm not playing the Vera Legion. I play 3 of the Stand Musketeer, Blue Rose Musketeer Ernst. This card's really, really good. Just to make room for the draw triggers, I did cut 1. I still see both of them pretty well. The skill for this one is Counterblast 1 and put it to the bottom of the deck. Look at top 4, call a Musketeer out before, shuffle the rest into the deck. So, still the best stand trigger. I mean, you can play the 12 crit variant. I like this one because I put out big numbers. And I like to hit them multiple times. So, and the fact that I get to clean up my field still with the stand trigger, I like it a lot. For Nicole, just a heal trigger. You know, I like to heal damage. G guarding is fun. Onto the 1.
No, it's not even!
I play 4 Red Rose Musketeer Antonio. Just your standard perfect guard from back in the day where you can actually still guard rear guards as well. It's also not limited to hand. Not that that really matters in this deck, but just worth noting, I guess. I played 4 Dandelion Musketeer Mirkas. She still helps me with numbers, and what it does is when it boosts a Nectar, if I shuffle my deck at all during my turn for any effect, or for any reason at all, I get +3 until the end of the turn. So these become 9K boosters. The one thing that Musketeers have fixed for the most part is their numbers. They're not as low as before, and they can get pretty high numbers even early game now. These help push the certain numbers needed to push the next threshold of guard. And right now she's still really, really valuable, so that's why she's still at 4. I play 3 of the Water Lily Musketeer Roof. This is 10K attackers. I could play the Rebecca's, however, I have other units that do Rebecca's effect, so I'd rather substitute it for 10K attackers to have a grade 1 turn, like a more offensive grade 1 game. it just gets plus 3k whenever it attacks, as long as I got a Musketeer Vanguard, which I'll always have. So. I play 3 Amaryllis Musketeer Tatiana. She's a free strider for a Musketeer stride. Her skill exactly says first you can retire her. GB1, retire this unit at the beginning of my ride phase. If I have a Vanguard with Musketeer in his card name, I can stride into a G unit with Musketeer in his card name without paying the cost. So the reason why I don't play 4, I've seen a lot of decks play 4. I've seen some play as little as 2. I like 3. 3 is a good number. The reason I don't play 4 is because I literally get 3 shots to use it. I mean, well, realistically, I get 2 shots, unless I G-guard first. So, and because I only play 5 Musketeer G units, there's no need to play 4, because eventually after I go through all my Musketeer strides, if the opponent's still alive, then she becomes just a vanilla 7k. So, and with 3, I see her just enough to get the strides I need out. Onward to the 2s. I play 4 Tessa. I'm not going to say her full name because I don't know how to pronounce it. And I ain't trying to botch it. Really, really sick skill. She is she's like the help. She helps make your deck bloom without bloom, if it makes sense. Her skills for Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. Whenever another Musketeer enters a field, if I have 3 or more units with Musketeer in this name, she gets plus 2. And this is a stackable skill. So if I keep calling, and as long as there's 3 or more units with Musketeer in this name, she keeps getting plus 2. But also, if I have a Musketeer face up in the G zone, the unit called that gave Tessa the plus 2 also gets plus 4 itself. So after your first stride, usually like if after you go into Cecilia, that's usually the first stride I will go to if I go Musketeer. If I go into a Musketeer one. When after that, if you have any on the field, they blow your numbers up. It's ridiculous the numbers that this deck can hit. I love her now. I was playing the 12Ks, but this card seems to produce higher numbers for me than what the 12K does. So, and in testing, it works out beautifully. I still got to thank John Midham for this one. 4 Sylvia's. I for the 4 because she's super good. I definitely want to see her like all the time. Her skill, I mean, she's a 7k, but her effect is whenever it enters the field, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Musketeer, call it. Doesn't matter what grade it is. And the beauty about this is that my whole deck is Musketeers, so her calling anything on the field is always going to be a +1. Like once she hits the field, she's always a +1. The only thing that sucks is your personal experience. I always get a heal trigger, which sucks, but yeah, I still +1 the field. I play 3 Kaivant, Lily of the Valley Musketeer Kaivant. Skill is whenever it enters the field, counterblast 1, choose another Musketeer, rearguard, and retire it. To look at top 4, call a Musketeer. He's a good 9k body, which is good, and then he also gives me the ability to clean up my field and get a better unit if I so need to. I only play 3 because I have other units that do the same effect or that also help me clean up. I don't need a max amount at 4. And I mean, you could honestly cut one of the other grade 2s for 4 of this if you so choose. I see that 3, I see it enough, and I use for the amount that I ever need to use this effect, 3 is like a good number. So let's go to 3s. I play 4 White Lily Musketeer Cecilia. Cecilia's effect, she has her anytime skill act. You can choose just a Musketeer, rearguard, retire it to look at top 5, call 1, shuffle the rest into the deck once per turn. I mean, you also have the limit break skill too. Rarely have I used it, but it has saved me a few games if I sat on her for too long. Counterblast 1, choose 5 normal Musketeers, put it back onto the top of the deck. No, put them in the bottom of your deck in any order. My bad. To search your deck for up to two Cecilias and call them onto rears. The main reason why I use Cecilia, as opposed to over anything else like Vera or Elvira, is consistency. I want all my strides to be viable and live any and every time. And to be honest, I haven't really felt too much of a setback having a 10k Vanguard. I know I don't get the Legion power up as I would with Vera. However, I really haven't felt too weak without it. Besides, the big thing is I don't want to feel like I'm forced to go to another stride otherwise if I don't ride something that's not Miarita. And riding her, I still can go to any of the strides in order in the same way I would otherwise. So, still a good grade 3. I played 4 of the Miarita, the White Clover Musketeer. It's a stride break skill, I guess, when you stride onto it. If you stride into a G unit with Musketeer in its name, you give the Musketeer G unit an act skill to counterblast 1, retire Musketeer rearguard to look at top 4, call up to 2 of them, and put the rest in a drop zone instead of shuffling back in the deck. It sucks because you could also waste triggers. However, when used properly, that risk, while that still is a risk, it doesn't, especially if you play it like during my returns, it doesn't even matter. Because you're still going to, you offset it by getting immense power usually. She's a really, really good card. This is usually who, when you go second, you definitely want to ride her. She's your go-to ride. She also has the GB1 skill, which saved my butt quite a few times from decking out. Is at the end of my turn, I can take 2 normal Musketeer units and put them in the bottom of the deck from the drop zone. This recycle stuff. This in a way, I guess, quote unquote, reload your clip so that when you shuffle your deck from a Musketeer effect, that they can possibly show up again in your top 4 or top 5 picks from when you do another Musketeer effect. This card is powerful. I love it a lot. Usually, most games, after 2 Myra strides, that's usually it for your opponent. But let me go into G-Zone real quick. I play 1 White Lily Musketeer Captain Cecilia. This is usually my first stride. I would play more, but it's really hard fitting space. Its skill is counterblast 1 and choose 2 Musketeer rearguards and retire them to look at top 5 and call up to 3, shuffle the rest back in deck if you have a Cecilia heart. I use this for no matter what grade 3 I ride. If I'm sitting on Cecilia, and I need to use her effect, then I'll use it with her and get 3 units out of it. But if I ride Miarita, well, then I'll just use the skill that Miarita gives it. So either way, I'm able to plus the field, which is the important part. I play 4 Myra. This card is stupid good. I love this stride. This is like my favorite stride, and this is usually the stride that kills most players. It's X skill. It's GB2. Soul Blast 1, and flip over a Musketeer G unit in your G zone face up. And when you do, you'll gain the effect that whenever your rear guards enter the field, they'll get +2 for every for every Musketeer rear guard on the field, including themselves. So if this is the only thing there, you call 1 here, you get +2. This will get +4. Next call +6. Next call +8. Next call +10. Any calls after that will get +10. Your numbers will blow up like pretty quick on this. This mixed with Tessa, you can grow your deck into some scary combos. Striding into this when your opponent's like 4 or 5 damage, it's pretty scary because you who will push the guard out of their hand really, really hard. I play 4 Dream Spinning Asha. This card is still really, really good. If for some odd reason my opponent actually survived, or I don't have an optimal field to go into Myra yet, I'll use her sometimes. Her skill is to flip a copy over, like Persona Flip. It gives your until the end of turn, if you have 2 face up in the G zone, it gives you another axe skill. So that whenever you want, you can just activate it once per turn. If you have 5 cards, if you have, sorry, not 5 cards, I'm tripping. If you have 2 units with the same name on the field, the front row will get +5. Also, after giving the axe, after the act gives the card the axe skill. I'm sorry. That's not a. I'm sorry. It's not a face up. It doesn't matter if you have 2 face up in the G zone. But the second part does matter, where you give the axe skill to, you can just give your front row +5 if you have 2 units with the same name on the field, 2 rears with the same name. And then if you do have 2 face up in the G zone, you can choose one of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 1 copy of it, and it'll get +2. It's not the way to power up your field. It's not as powerful. It's not as your numbers aren't as big as Myra, but it's still really, really good. 2 Verano. I rarely stride into these anymore, but they're still helpful whenever I have needed to. Like if I have like nothing on the field, absolutely, it's helping grow the field. So, its skill is on stride, soul last 1, flip a copy of any G unit card over, or any G zone card. Take a card from your hand and a card from the drop zone, and put it back in the deck. After you do that, you call up 2 units, and for every face-up Verano, you can search for a copy of. You can. For every face-up in the G zone, you can choose as many rear guards and clone them, and they'll get boosted until the end of turn. I usually use this, like I said, when I don't have a field. Like if I rarely have any field at all, and I need to. I can quickly grow as well as boost. Play 1 Primavera. This card still has won me some games every now and then. Yeah, I got the secret rare one. Its skill is whenever it attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 3, discard a card from your hand and take 5 normal units. I'm sorry. Let me say it in order. Counterblast 3, take 5 normal units and put them back into your deck. And discard a card from your hand. If you do, when it's attacking the Vanguard, if you can pay that cost, you can take up to 2 of your rear guards and search for up to 2 copies of each one and call them. So usually I use this whenever I have like 2 decent units, and after I've finished attacking with them, I want to get 2 more attacks, usually 2 more good columns of attacks afterwards, so that they're having to deal with 5 full columns of attacks. It's a good ender if you need to use it. I really have to nowadays, but it's helped me win some games. And onto G guards. I played 3 Rain Breaths. I love this card a lot in this deck. Basically, what it does is when this card hits the Guardian Circle, you can call a unit from your hand onto the rear guard. If you do, this card will get +5, and the unit call will get resist. So, going against pesky decks like Kagero, things like that like want to clear your field. You can keep stuff on the field. I use this especially on Tatiana's because I want to get my free stride in next turn. So this kind of helps me do it safely sometimes. But the fact that it helps plus the field is really good. And getting +5 off it's pretty good too. Then I play 1 Screw You. Just discard a card, get +10k, makes it a 25k shield. It's pretty helpful. Sometimes the numbers get too big. I need this for innocent 36k guard, or 35 if I'm on Sicilian. And that's the end of my deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.